Hi class, I briefly talked about minimal pairs in the last podcast, but I'd like to give you a little bit more information about them here, just to make sure that we are all on the same page and that you are understanding what minimal pairs are. So one of the words I gave you before was the word moot. So we talked about how words are minimal pairs when they differ by only one phoneme, and they also have to still have the same number of phonemes. So I'd like for you to pause in a minute and see if you can come up with a minimal pair word or multiple minimal pair words for the word moot that would result from changing just the first sound in that word. So go ahead and pause it because I'm going to give you some answers now. So you may come up with a word like boot, or you might come up with shoot, or you might come up with suit. So notice how all these words are spelled very differently. They all still have just 3 phonemes in them, and they have the exact same sounds or same phonemes in them as the word moot, except for the first one. So, and then another thing I wanted to point out, I did use this spelling of shoot in this version of shoot because I wanted to just point out to you that even though this is 2 letters here, it's one sound, sh, the sh sound. So just pay attention to things like that. Notice earlier I talked about identifying phonemes and how you can identify them when you're by paying attention to your mouth and when they move from one place to another. So you'll notice that when I say sh or even ch, if it was a ch word, it's one sound, even though it's 2 letters that represent it. Okay, so now let's get back to minimal pairs. I'd like for you to now come up with a minimal pair word for moot by changing the vowel in the word moot. Okay, so pause it if you'd like, come up with a few words, as many as you can come up with, and then I'll give you a few. So I come up with mit, mat, what else can I come up with? Met, as some minimal pair words that are all minimal pairs for the word moot. All right, and then finally, I'll ask you to do things like this on the quiz. So I'd like for you to come up with some more words that are minimal pairs for the word moot, but by changing the final sound in the word. So pause it again, see what you can come up with, and you can double check to see if you're getting the concept by playing it again. So if I change the final sound in the word moot, I can get mood, or I might come up with moose. So those are a few examples of minimal pairs. So all of these words we came up with are minimal pair words with moot. And they're all minimal pairs for each other. Well, they're not all minimal pairs for each other because suit and met, these are not minimal pairs, right? Because you're changing 2 phonemes in the word. So you're changing the first consonant as well as the vowel in these words. So they're not minimal pairs, but each of these words here is a minimal pair with moot. Okay, so now we're going to